I said clearly said KP Legion Commander would be excellent.
Yeah, and I said they would never run a puck mid because it's not their style.
Got him.
You guys are on fire today.
We're
You
the best,
really
Black.
are. You are so good at this.
All right, so
Yes.
all yours.
Yeah, Cap, go first. Cap,
yours.
tell us how this is going to play out.
Okay, so Newbee have the Legion Commander. Why did they pick that? They're picking up against the Morphling.
Well, you can duel the morph and you can't morph. I guess it's quite good.
You know what? I'm gonna stick. I'm sticking with my rule of like. Remember I said when I don't go for the faster paced team, I always end up regretting it. I'm gonna go Newbee this time.
Okay. Black.
Hello.
Are you gonna stick with your heart, Black?
What hard? Whatever. PG. Because Darkseer, Spirit Breaker owns me in pubs every time.
All right. Some analytical pub stuff going on here on the panel for a change. They are split this time round. At least they can't curse both teams. Well, let's at least hope not. As we head into game number 3, remember, Vici are on the rack. Newbee need just this one to claim the title.
I think it's very possible for both Black and Cap to curse both teams. But if they do, I'm hoping it's going to be Cap's side of the fence. The curse for this. I'd like to see VG Gaming actually step up to the mark. You had doubts, however, Malini. You had doubts looking at the draft.
It's a little dubious, but passable.
Dubious, but passable. That's not really what you want to hear when you're 2 games down in a grand final against the TI finalists. Maybe not winners, but finalists.
So the LC duel you can't actually morph out of if you're not morphing before, which is actually pretty interesting. That's a very long duration disable that they can have versus the morphling. I didn't actually expect them to pick it up. Maybe I would see it versus the PL, not on PL side, but maybe it is a counter to morph. I do like how Newbee have been going with options that they seem ahead of the curve.
Is this like how like the ET was played 2 days ago? It's like, oh man, this is a really good counter to the Tidehunter. Newbee of working out like what's going to wreck the morph.
It seems that way, but
if it happens, you still have a couple of problems to. Do you have actually that many problems to kill off the Tombstone?
No.
When you got PL
PL's
on the
really good at killing Tombstone.
Hmm. You know the answer to that? The Haishika?
It means still lagging.
Still lagging. I know Kale, which is
Haisa means still lagging.
I'm learning bit by bit Chinese. Bit by bit.
I only know a little bit, but enough to translate.
Get on it, Ben. Get on it. What is with that morphling? I always love it when you get the animation bugs on him. Like, I'm actually clicking on the morphling right now, and like his items, I think we actually had it here. The items are halfway behind him. Can't even get, just slips right off the back. They got these weird animations too on the items in China. SCCC, I think, is actually one of the biggest culprits of. He's got like this triple ring around the bottom of him. Oh, that looks better. Like the items are back on Paparazzi now. He's fighting, man. Put the Dukes up. Can we call Paparazzi the Duke?
Call him whatever you like, Toby.
I don't think I can. I really don't think I can. I don't have that kind of permission.
I'll give you the power.
Thank you, Malini. I've been gifted permission by the police, so I'm good to go.
You have my A-OK.
Wonderful.
You have to bribe me, though.
What is this? We're in China? What's going on? Let's get the Darkseer back into this game so we can actually continue on our path. So it looks like VG Gaming are going to put Paparazzi up on the top lane. So we're actually running pretty standard lanes for VG. Nothing unusual there. You were actually mentioning that you thought KP could actually go to the safe lane, but PL instead is running safe against the Darkseer. Is this when Newbee should be looking to change their lanes up? TP, TP the Legion to the bottom, or is this required against the Darkseer? Like, who lanes better against Darkseer?
Well, definitely LC, but I think you might want the LC to pressure the morph a little bit more. The supports on Vici are the double melee, the dreaded double melee. Although with a Darkseer, I would say it's much better. But it's likely going to be Spirit Breaker plus Darkseer on the bottom lane. PL is going to have a really tough time. An Ogre is beefy, but 2 heads cannot beat 2 heroes.
Yeah, especially when those heroes have Iron Shell buff ups. That's gonna be a lot of continuous burn.
Ion Shell is so expensive though, man. What?
Yeah. Especially when you want to commit it into the lane, but it does keep him low. Like, you'll keep either PL or Legion low. You're running... It's a 2 melee core, and it's not like you're going to push the puck off the mid lane. Like, that's SCCC.
Darkseer's actually interesting because I thought... Well, Diffusal got nerfed, so it doesn't dispel anymore, and Diffusal destroys Darkseer, and maybe teams have been thinking about heroes that got destroyed by Diffusal but not destroyed anymore. Maybe Darkseer's the hero. Maybe you can't. Now you have to like use him or coil him or duel him or something to get him away instead of just, oh, I'll diffuse your Ion Shell, then diffuse your Surge. You know, he doesn't get absolutely ruined by that anymore. That's
Maybe you also
cool.
look at it from the other angle of like VG Gaming just want to have heroes who are one, hard to kill in the lane. Morphling and Darkseer, not the easiest if you play the lanes right. And with very, very passive early game in both of our games so far in this grand final. Now you've got the rotation harass, which can come from like an Iron Shelled up Spirit Breaker. But everyone else can just sit very comfortably back in their lanes and continuously farm up until they're ready to go. And Newbee appears to have given them that space as well, with Legion, who won't fight until she's got 6. Puck, who has got some damage, but it's all about outplaying in the mid. And then the PL, who doesn't want to fight until you have Diffuser, before you have like these earlier items. So is this actually just VG Gaming? Well, they're actually going to try and... Okay, well, you know how I said they could just be a little bit more passive? They really want to fight this one. Karka with a double Burrow Strike, and overwhelming odds moves up here from KP, gives them that damage, and Young 11 will fall. And their laning phase was meant to be a little bit safer. The SCC will now take this rune.
I think they actually wanted either the Quap or the Darkseer to skill something pretty subpar at level 1. Either Blink on the Queen of Pain, which he didn't, and then the Surge on the Darkseer, which he didn't, but he also died. So that's, you know, that's a nice start. You don't really need your Legion down there if you already got First Blood.
Yep. KP's running back up to the top lane. He's holding his TP scroll in case they do need to switch the lanes up. Young 11 actually got rid of the aggressive Observer Ward. So during that fight, Newbee actually put an Observer Ward on top of the hill. So he sentried and got rid of that. So not too bad when he's sitting at half a level now. And can start to add that pressure to bottom lane. Makes that Sentry Ward pay off instantly.
And now that it's slightly easier to get
They're actually going again up on top lane. Karka's thinking about it. SB's charging all the way up from the low side, but with the Burrow Strike forward, they're baiting Karka into this fight. KP still only has overwhelming odds, and it's on cooldown for 3 more seconds. Karka getting hit with the waveform forward. Karka will fall. Paparazzi will come back in range of the wave, but a level 1 overwhelming odds does a lot of damage. But, okay, maybe with the movement speed, no. Paparazzi will drop below. He'll burn his salve now and come back up to full life. And Karka wants to go once more, but it's more playing with Fenrir. KP's got nothing to help break him free. Karka with that like press the attack or anything along those lines. And Young 11, also problematic for him. But Phantom Rush is on cooldown, no Lance, and they're not going to burn the Fire Blast.
Interesting choice of the Fire Blast over there. Ignite does more damage, but maybe trying to get rid of some of his surge timing or to stop a TP potentially coming out from 11. 11 doing a very good job of leeching, but don't know if he's going to get scattered out by Ogre. Ooh.
Nukes it perfectly. Stun will be there and it'll instantly cancel the clarity. Still got another 2 to work with.
And Ogre doesn't have any clarities. So.
Mid lane's pretty even as far as the CS goes. This is Young 11 just battling for the rune. Okay, stun him to take the rune. That'll work. Wait, is he going to go for the second? He's got a lot of life on Faith. He can potentially do this, but he won't follow through any further. There's a haste rune that Karka is currently sitting on. Fenrir is nearby. So he's scattered out. Karka will look for some extra chip damage into Fenrir. Top lane can still take a hell of a lot of harassment, but this is just more... Actually, Karka's got... With the Caustic Finale, he does harass Fenrir away.
SCCC was not in a position to really move up there. He'd have to walk up that cliff to do so, in which case Quap would almost certainly get a Shadow Strike off. She actually went for a 0-1-2 build on the Quap. Is one where you're just not confident in getting off your Shadow Strike.
Charge is coming forward towards Karka. He's already been aggressive on the top lane, and Spirit Breaker pulls out the charge. Nice Observer Ward's been left behind by Newbee. Able to scout out a lot of the movements of VG Gaming with their supports rotating in. You get a last-minute little check. Ooh. Okay, low for Ori, but he's fine. Blink is still available.
But no salve.
Just flew in? No, actually, yeah, it's in his stash. It didn't come on the courier for him.
Yep, SCC should... I mean, he can win the lane for the next, I would say, 30 seconds to a minute after that.
Oh, goodbye Darkseer. He thought he was away. But Mugi will take the kill. Karka being charged up on top. The overwhelming odds. That's a lot of damage. Karka still has the Burrow Strike available. Will go through too. They want to kill off Paparazzi. KP doesn't really have much more to find with him. Once again, Karka is the primary target, but the damage! Oh, there it is! The decay. It reaches from Lanham. Meanwhile, KP tracks down Fenrir. So a 1-for-1 trade-off on that top lane.
Important that 11 still stays down here. You don't want it jungle. Jungling in general is just not good this patch, but especially so I think when you're a Darkseer versus double melee, there's really no, even if you're dying, I still think you stay down there just to make sure that you limit the PL's farm. No one's really free farming yet in this game. There's just been a lot of pressure coming out from every which way.
Like there's a lot of CS on the Morphling, not many deniers, which just shows you like obviously his priority in the lane. That's the only thing which PL has over him. Like the CS is similar, but the deniers are double. Same for the mid lane, Puck with the 12 deniers to the 7 of Ori.
Puck should win this lane pretty handily though. But I think Ori's going for more of a farm-oriented build.
Scream, SCC, damn, so quick with that. Just phase shifts it out. Doesn't have an orb available.
He didn't phase shift it out. He got rain
dropped.
Yeah.
Okay. It looked like he actually did it just because like there was no damage at all from the Scream.
I think that's why you want that build. You just blink Scream instantly so that they don't have time to react. With Shadow Strike, the projectile speed is just way too slow. So you want to be able to blink in range and get that instant cast off on the Scream of Pain. It's decent, but it's not going to be able to kill the Puck. It's just harassment overall.
Lanham, I think, is dead. The Observer one lets them set up perfectly for it. The overwhelming odds will work with the creep wave. And then even in Ignite, Faith has moved up to the top lane to fight this. And well, Paparazzi thought before he was able to get a simple 1-1 trade-off, the numbers are just in favor of Newbee on the north. Yep. By Fenrir, that is not where you want to go. He does have his own Observer ward down there at least, but that's it.
By far the weakest part of Morph's game is his early laning phase. It is just tremendously poor, especially versus any like half-decent off-laner.
Oh, silence in mid. Faith gonna land the stun. Faith shifting out. The charge coming in from Fenrir. Ori is low. SCC, however, cannot keep that pressure going underneath the tower. Ignite will help do it, keeping him low and stopping him from bottle charging up. The ult Fenrir will dodge. And everything's okay for both sides. Apart from maybe Burrow Strike up on top, but KP doesn't have duel available just yet on Paparazzi.
Paparazzi has already had to use 2 salves, and he's almost out of his last set of tangos, and then there's just this constant chicken usage coming out from them too. And Morphling does not have enough money for a Ring of Hell too, so he's actually going to lack in the sustain department. I guess they still do have that shrine up top, but you have to be worried that the LT is going to stick it up there in lane, especially with this 3-man shrine coming out. I approve of this efficiency.
They can just get back and farm beautifully. SCC, pressure in towards the mid. Nice bottle, Rune. Could be a haste for Ori. So his movement can finally come out. He's not level 6 just yet, however. So that's the problem. But off lane, here comes Karka. Waveform. He doesn't go for the Burrow Strike into the tower. They needed to hit Paparazzi before that happened.
Even so, it's not a kill. They're just trying to harass him now. They know he's out of regen, and they know he has the belt of strength.
Here's the SB charge going after Mugi. Oh, it's just too easy to dodge. When you got that doppelganger, so many illusions. Which one's the real one? Face had time, TP, and Sonic Wave, and Scream connects onto Mugi. Ori making the quap work. Fenrir, however, is caught on the wrong side of the tracks, but he's got charge available.
Yeah, this mass Scream build might actually be preferable to early ganking in PL too. You can just doppelganger off the Shadow Strike. So this way you can identify the real PL very, very quickly.
Karka, Burrow Strike again on top. Decay's making it difficult for Newbee to keep the pressure up. But also good pressure from SCC. You saw the fortification burn for a second there. It's because Puck was pushing in that mid tower. So even with the rotation off the Queen of Pain, #1 net worth is no longer the Morphling. It's actually Puck. Moved up to 3.2k. Got the treads coming, well, sometime on the courier, and they're going to be building into a Blink Dagger, but it's the rotation north. Karka and KP already here. Fenrir is trying to wrap around the back. Charges forward. Karka has a Burrow Strike. Needs to create some space with it. Looking to get both Fenrir and Paparazzi. Can't get him just yet. Already KP's down, but the Dream Call. It catches 4 heroes, but they don't have enough follow-up to this. Maybe Karka with this level 1 Sandstorm. No, he doesn't. Needs the Burrow Strike. The stun and the damage from it. Instead, SCC has to all the way. The Burrow Strike will catch out too. So VG, they do bring 4 heroes towards the top. So a lot of rotation for it, but they get the Legion Commander for it, which is more than worth it. Legion for SB.
Not sure if it's worth it. They didn't have as many heroes up there. Ogre wasn't up there at the time, and in the meantime, we still have Mugi free farming on the bottom lane. So,
is this something they should be a little bit more adamant to try and stop, to slow down this diffusal blade of Mugi?
I don't really think they can stop it. What do you do? Maybe bring like Darkseer +1 down there, then your Morphin just gets absolutely like manhandled up top. So SCCHC has some really good face shields. He also face shielded the Shadow Strike up there too. Just you know, perfect timing on those.
He's doing it with level 1.
Yep. It's kind of why you want the Puck versus the Spirit Breaker, or Puck mid lane versus Spirit Breaker. Other mid heroes are just going to get destroyed by the Spirit Breaker plus Queen of Pain combo. One of the most aggressive lanes that you'll see in the game. Paparazzi #1 network though. They are fending off this aggression quite well. Maybe with a level 6 though on the Legion Commander, they can potentially go for a kill.
Yeah. Thanks to this Observer Ward, there's just on the other side of the trees for the Dire side. VG know there's a gank coming, a release around from Newbee, from Faith as well as KP. What they don't know is the smoke gank from SCCC and Kaka. A creep gets pulled down. Reveals like the vision will be there. Dream Call is available. They really want Paparazzi, but more importantly too, they want to start these kills coming in on KP with Duel. They want to increase his damage output, and they're going to give it a shot. Into Lanham, he'll put the Tombstone down. KP, who do you want to go on? He starts with the overwhelming odds. Nice double Burrow Strike, and Newbee looks like they don't really want this. SB's charging through the middle of absolutely everyone. Faith, he wants to stop him, but gets reeled back by the charge forward. Now Faith caught on the wrong side. You can come back in for another. Nope, it's just going to be harassment. 5 heroes are up here on the top for VG Gaming. Is this a severe overreaction for an Ogre?
Not really. I mean, 2 of the heroes were smoked, and then 2 of the heroes were showing in lane. So it's 4 people up there committing.
Kaka, Burrow Strike. Duel, remember, is still available. Difficult when you got a soul ripping, undying behind.
And I mean, Paparazzi will go off in the Morphling if he is given enough farm. So, you know, they're securing that game plan quite nicely.
They're going to lose the tier 1 tower on bottom. Mugi's getting so much space. Like, just sitting down there, got a Quilla, got treads ready.
Yeah, he's a happy camper. He's a happy monkey.
Just needs a diffuser blade to work a little bit harder against that tower. Here's the Agi buff up. Darkseer is finally coming down, but
he's going to need a lot of HP though. There's a lot of AoE damage that he just can't avoid. You can't avoid Ion Shell.
Mugi's being charged.
Stream is really hard to
Fenrir
avoid.
is coming in. Not a quick reaction, however. Doppelganger not getting Mugi out. He'll hold it for now. Starts his TP. Fenrir. Oh, where's that bash? The back from Young 11 will be there. Mugi will fall. The tower denied up by Morphling as well.
Surprised he didn't even try the Doppelganger that.
Like he didn't see it, or he was already looking to go back. Did TSB coming in from the trees?
Maybe he just wanted. He thought he could get the last hit on the tower before. But it's great for them.
Faith now being charged up on top. Undying is the only one defending, but TP will arrive from Darkseer. Young 11 can Iron Shell up the creep wave. AP holding his abilities for the moment. Charge connects into Faith. They want to try and back him back up with a decay. A quick overwhelming odds on 3. Faith pressing attack will not get him out. And now KP using the overwhelming odds buff up. That movement speed to disengage. And while this fight's happening up on top, Paparazzi now starts the counter push on bottom into the tier 1 tower. Fortification will slow him down.
They really need this blink puck to make things happen. They're like trying to force these engagements way too hard.
He's close, 200 gold, and he has it.
Legion Commander is also pretty close. This Observer Ward on the top side is paying huge dividends for Vici as...
Yeah, they just sentry and get rid of it now. No, charge connects in from Fenrir into the Nether Strike. Kaka able to Burrow Strike and cancel it. A quick surge, but remember Kaka still got Sandstorm, and he'll dodge it once more. A quick Observer Ward, that got pinged. That was a little too obvious on the run out. He turns, Burrow Strike in 1 second time. KP's moving over. SEC also here. Tombstone will drop. KP was starting to focus on that, but with the Dream Call and the Duel, they'll pick up 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 21-04 on the Legion Commander. The Tombstone mopped up. And we get our first +10 of the game for KP.
Kaka's looking good.
Maybe they can get a revenge kill on bottom. Mugi's hiding behind the tower down here on bot. We'll just try and fight from the trees, but it's the Queen of Pain nearby. There's your first attack, and he waited for it perfectly. Mugi, he's trying to... Actually, he doesn't! He juked it out with the illusion! Kaka will come in! Mugi, the balls of steel, holds his ground! Now SEC will also arrive, jumps forward, doesn't get the rift. Ori able to blink himself away. And Moogie.
He's had some sick jukes this tournament. I remember his other one too. He's just like, yeah, I'm just going to stay in with my illusion.
He wants this kill. There's one charge. Turn for the Burrow Strike. Fenrir is coming in with the waveform. May not matter when SCC the triple silence, but no, Lanham's here to give the heal with the Soul Rift. Now SCCC, he needs to taunt. Able to do so. The bash just not canceling for long enough.
He's had severe mana issues on Puck. He did not have enough mana twice.
Let's see that again. The one that goes west, everybody. He even misses the Sonic Wave. It was right on top of him.
Sick.
That's brutal. Savage. Red. Tier 1 tower now going to fall. Paparazzi will claim that. So even if they don't get the kill on Tamugi, that's more money to Paparazzi now. Full 1,000-ish gold away in front of the Puck as far as worth goes. He is going to go for the Lincoln Sphere. Is this just going to be the standard, like we go E-Blade Pop? Is that the way to do this when you got a lot of Dispel as well?
Why not? What else would you get? Manta, BKBs?
Maybe Manta to break free of the silence.
Way better.
Oh, Paparazzi's nearby. It's a smoke gang from Newbee. They want to initiate. KP's got Blink Dagger, and here you go. Blink, silence. It's time to duel. But they need a little bit more damage to get the kill before the duel wears off, and they don't do that, but a kill's a kill.
Well, he felt a little bit safe because of that Observer Ward, a little bit to the left of that South Shrine, but not safe enough.
Probably felt pretty safe too when you had a Morphling just like walking down the bot lane before he TP'd out.
LC's going to need a lot more items, though, to deal with this Lincoln Sphere and just to deal more damage in general. The problem with Blinkford is that you often don't have enough damage to secure the kill, especially because Puck didn't go for a Veil first build. So they're actually lacking a little bit on damage. You want Blade Mail on LC, you want a Halberd to proc Lincolns. You probably need BKB because Morph's going to have Shotgun because he's having a pretty good game so far. Yep. So it depends on how well they can put these two Blink Daggers to use.
Kaka, charge, and kill. Getting that extra bash in with Nether Strike. Fenrir up, ensure the control.
And 11 got the kill too, so spreading it 3 ways.
Nice. KP, well there's your bonus set, like attack speed. So, one big furry dragon. AP's looks even more glorious.
Pop has a lot of HP. 1,500 HP with the Veil Armor and the Raindrops.
The +10 strength talent kicking in.
Yep. She is going to need... They're going to need a lot more damage if they want to dual kill her, especially in a real team fight where there's like Vacuum Wall and a Spirit Breaker charge and Undying Soul Rip. They need PL to be involved in these fights. Or, you know, they can just farm until he gets a lot bigger and just duel other people and just not worry too much about the Queen.
I was also interested to see too, like what Young 11 was going to build into. KP's being charged, he came underneath the Dire Observer Ward, but Young 11 was originally looking at a mech, and he's changed his mind towards the Hood. So they're identifying the issue of the magical damage coming in from Newbee.
They're going to get a lot of physical, though, coming out from the Phantom Laser. He's really close to the Diffusal Blade, just a couple hundred gold away. So I think I would prefer the mech in this situation, but it's...
He had it to start with. Right now, he hasn't bought any of it yet, but the Pipe of Insights in the quick buy. He's got 2.7k gold. So if he wants to go Blink Dagger, if he wants to go like anything, I think choice is there. Fantastic vision, but the phase shift into the door on the Spirit Breaker. Tombstone will come down, but they cannot get enough damage in life into him. The damage is enough, so is the Sonic Wave. Return kill into KP. TP out, fate unsuccessful. Adaptive Strike cancelling off that TP. But everybody else from Newbee is leaving. Kaka also not involved. He was trying to get his Blink Dagger on bottom lane.
There's not enough burst on the side of Newbee right now. They need more damage to follow up with the duel. It's just taking way too long to kill targets. That was a Spirit Breaker. That's a position 5 that you just want to be able to blow up within maybe 1 to 1.5 seconds, but it took almost the entire duration of the duel there.
Should you have that once like you have like a level 2 epicenter, like with the Blink Dagger on Kaka? Is that then going to be enough in Veil?
I think level 1 plus Veil is good enough. You just need the Blink Dagger so that you can actually just do it really quickly and then move on to the next target, kill the Tombstone, you know, do whatever you need to do. You can't just stand there and just be taking out so much damage, because Ion Shell's going to, like in a straight one-on-one, I think LC would actually lose a lot of these against these melee heroes with Ion Shells.
So. Fenrir is charging forward. Burrow Strikes, the dodge getting hit by Fenrir, but then Nether Strike. He was using the Sandstorm to farm up the lane. That's why he had no way out. The badge, Kaka. Well played indeed. Woo. Out to safety. And this will now allow Newbee to be a little bit more aggressive into the mid. Diffuser blades on Moogie, and that tier 1 tower is just itching for a killing.
And that should be his Blink Dagger if they get this tower, but looks like he... Oh yeah, okay. So they just got the tower, now Kaka can head top, get his Blink Dagger, and then they can proceed into a big team fight. This...
All of Newbee heading top. Once again, we're systematically removing these outer tier 1 towers of VG.
And they definitely feel confident enough to fight. Blink Dagger plus Diffusal Blade and Veil, huge power spike for them. They need to do some damage before Morphling gets more farm. He just picked up his Ghost Scepter, so he's very close to his F-Blade, 3,000 gold. That is 5 minutes that you do not want to wait.
Yep. So they look to fight. Blink Dagger on Sand King. A little bit of life is coming in with the Pipe of Insight, now completed on the Darkseer. Paparazzi getting some free time to hit that mid tower, trying to work with Lanham, the Undying in the trees. Ori also sitting in the trees. Tier 1 tower is low, no fortification. So as you see, all he can do is try and deny the tower. Won't happen. Dream Coil is out. Support's coming in. Kaka channels the Episound. The Burrow Strike is nice, but the damage onto the Darkseer is not enough. He got the Pipe Bomb, but then again, maybe it will be enough when they come in with the Overwhelming Odds. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Faith needs a little bit more, but he's trapped in the river with all of his enemies. Kaka, Burrow Strikes up. 17 one charges available, gets charged in and will actually die. VG Gaming, they're picking off Newbee one by one as that's the order Newbee came into the fight.
Where the hell is Moogie?
That's a good question.
I think he should probably just TP'd into the front of the fight. Like, I don't really see them being able to burst him down to start the fight. They have a puck to back on, they have Epicenter, so Moogie...
He's on top lane at the moment when the fight begins, and he TP to the shrine.
He missed the TP on the T1 tower, that's what happened. They really needed him for this fight. It just took way too long for them to actually start off the fight. And still, Legion Commander only sitting at 20 damage. This doesn't really work well for Protect 1 when the other are just staying together as 5. Elsie is just not snowballing the way that she needs to, neither is Puck. And on the meantime, you have Quap, who's actually very close to an Orchid. And that's going to be a problem for most of their heroes. Yeah. PL looks like he's going for Manta style. So
you'll have the Yule Scepter as well on the Puck before the Queen of Pain is going to finish the full Orchid.
Yep.
So it's like I agree with you. Like you could have the snowballing, but you still look at the net worth. Morphling is ahead. We expect this just because he's very difficult to kill.
He is going to take over this game.
The next two is still going to be Newbee.
He could just F-Blade and just destroy the PL, or sorry, destroy the Legion Commander in a duel. And then you can, like, if he Blade Mails, you can just like F-Blade and wait for him and adapt to strike, and then while you're invulnerable midair, you have all your projectiles hit, and then you won't take any damage. So this Blade Mail isn't really even going to do that much for LC, potentially. If he duels the Morphling, it's going to be great.
It's amazing how much this defensive vision of VG Gaming has paid off. They've had observer wards on the southern side of the tree line from the tier 1 tower on top time and time again, and it's seen the Newbee rotations to the north every single time and allowing VG to understand when they want to fight. Right now their tier 2 tower's been brought down. Moogie will be in this fight considering he's the one attacking the tower. Charge forward from Fenrir, Phase Shift going to dodge a quick silence follow up, and the Dream Coil Orb Ignite. Decent amount of damage into VG, but not enough to scare him. Young 11 wants to move in, triggers off his pipe, runs forward, stunned up by Fate. He wants to get away to the Bloodlust, giving him that movement speed, and the Epicenter in through the rear. Kaka can't decide where he wants to go, just wailing the claws into the air. Moogie thinks about this fight, but all he can do is doppelganger away. They've lost KP. VG continue to ravage forward. The Tombstone was their friend. Moogie, oh boy! That's not even E-Blade pop yet, but Paparazzi bringing down Moogie, claiming 2 out of this fight.
11 is playing the way that Moogie needs to play. He actually just TP'd in there. He's like, yeah, I don't care, go on me, you're going to lose the fight. And he literally just walked at them.
Literally. Normally you're meant to rush, like a PL doesn't walk, he rushes.
Yeah, but this is, I think VG are just completely outplaying them most of these team fights, whether due to strength in numbers or just aggressive playstyle and positioning, especially from Fenrir too. I'm very surprised that SCCZ has been able to dodge all these charges with the positioning that Fenrir has had in the trees. S-Blade is up. 22 minutes, Morphling's online.
Yep. He has that. At the same time now you got the Yule Scepter over on Puck, so he's got a couple of ways out. Getting a secondary Yules on the SK. And Blade Mail is rapidly approaching for the Legion Commander, so maybe finally KP could be a harder to kill target, because maybe that's the other part in the fight. It's like Moogie runs in at you, but KP's looking for that wonderful initiation. He's had it multiple times in this series, but in this game, it's only when they basically catch VG Gaming with their pants down, but it seems to work. SEC's trying to go for a solo kill over on Young 11, gets the silence out, orbs as well. Dream Call will cancel any kind of TP attempt, that's why Young 11's holding on to it for the moment, and SEC's just playing with him. Okay, there goes your Dream Call, but they knew it because Kaka was coming in through the side, and overwhelming numbers will secure Legion Command, now her third duel of the game.
Huge kill. VG are way stronger as a 5-man unit, and Morphling is really good at splitting or splitting up Newbee if they decide to try and defend against these pushes. Man, his F-Blade's gonna hurt so badly.
Yep.
It's really early in the game right now.
You think, like, who can even dodge this kind of stuff? You do have, your timing on Press the attack would have to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, every single one of their heroes can dodge it except for Ogre.
Fire Strike, Epicenter instantly after. They really want to get this kill on Lanham. And Newbee are going to get it. They're finding freebies of VG Gaming. Obviously, Morphling still doing the split push. And big abilities being committed by Newbee, but they're at least getting back-to-back kills for the first time in this game. Oh, third maybe time in this game.
But how
Incorrect information.
How to deal with paparazzi?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Wow.
Lincoln's and BKB?
When he gets BKB, there is absolutely nothing they can do versus him. PL's not even going to do close enough damage. LC has no way to break the Lincolns during the BKB. And Bloodlust isn't even going to be close enough to amp their physical right clicks to the point where Morphling has to feel even remotely scared.
Radiant are scared.
So pretty much just take the fight away from the Morphling, make sure that he can't run in because his teammates are going to be dead. But I don't know, they're all pretty tanky.
Why did Radiant just scan in front of the pit when they have an Observer Ward down and now actually getting de-watered by VG? They scanned in front of Roshan even though they knew exactly where VG was. Maybe that's what they were looking for. They're looking for the Observer Ward. KP will get rid of it. Young 11 as well as Ori. Gonna back him back up. The silence is there. Couple of stick charges won't save him. The Orchid Pop is guaranteed, and Dream Call from STCC was not enough to dissuade them, and they're going in. No Dream Call available. KP is down. Epicenter still on cooldown for the moment. A Fire Strike is causing problems for Lanham, who puts out an Observer Ward. That's a little obvious, however. But charge forward. They're looking for the fight. Fade's going to get a multicast stun over on the Fenrir. Epicenter. It's, well, okay, still on cooldown. One after one. Now it's Newbee who fall.
It buys time for the LC, but still doesn't really seem worth it for them. This Orchid, you know, already used twice, 2 kills.
SEC really wants this, but he's right on top of an Observer Ward. He doesn't know it. They waveform up. He'll blink himself away, and they go for the other target. After Faith, it's the supports the VG are hunting, not the hard-to-kill Puck. But with the Sentry Ward down, I think they just caught a glimpse of the Obs. Now, SEC's coming back in for it. He'll remove that vision.
He's probably like, wow, they didn't kill me there.
Oh, jump in. Double silence. Jaunt away. Couple of illusions being sent in.
Wow, they successfully stalled with 2 deaths. The Roche, that's actually worth, I think.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
You get rid of, like, VG Gaming now also have no vision around the Roche pit. Like, I say that they have an Observer Ward to the north, but because Kaka saw it, that vision is now gone. And there's 2 Observer Wards being brought down rather quickly. VG's going to go blind on the map.
Yep. Successfully thwarted Roche attempt. I'm actually surprised they didn't go for SEC there with that Observer Ward. I think they could have, like, maybe, like, blink, screamed, and Orchided right when the charge is about to come through, so he can't blink out nor can he phase shift out. But
it would have been quick. Like, he's still got the Yule Scepter to dispel.
But normally your reaction is to phase shift or to blink out. Your normal reaction isn't to Yule's right there, just in case you need it later on. So if they...
Yeah, charge that SP. Illusions are burning off Paparazzi's mana. Like, he's... Okay, there you go. They'll burn the Shrine and get his mana back up again.
I don't believe in dropping items for mana efficiency. Got like half mana. That's actually not. That's actually a problem versus the PL, because PL's going to burn your mana. F-Blade plus Waveform plus Adaptive Strike plus maybe Strength Adaptive Strike at some point, or Waveforming out. You're not going to have enough mana. So I don't actually know if they can take that fight. Well, at least Young 11 is. A lot of the offlaners were banned out, so Darkseer, one of the best team fighting offlaners, especially when Omni, Tidehunter, Beastmaster are banned.
When every other hero was banned, yes. You go for what you can get. He's going to finish up both the Crimson Guard as well as the Pipe, so all about the buffed up auras to keep him alive. At the same time as seeing SCC building into more damage, he's going for Dagon and has the full level Dagon lined up. While Quap as well as Morphling go more defense items with the BKB will make it more difficult for Newbee to get that pop kill they're looking for. The vision battle continues again. Dire Sentry was just out of range of the Radiant Observer Ward. And Puck keeps a close tab on Roshan. The upside of Illusion. Of Illusionary Orb. Charge, top lane, KP. He needs to help him out pretty quickly here. They're underneath the tier 1 tower. SCC, of course he doesn't need any help. KP waits in the tree lines, Blade Miles available, Morphling, waveforms in, Karka looking for that Burrow strike, he goes the other direction. Puck's already down, tries to hide in the sandstorm, I say try, succeeds. There's 5 from there, and they can't pull him out of it until they charge and back. Burrow strike, in 1 second time, the one charges, he burns them, but there's just too much damage from Paparazzi. They find the kill. As KP hides in the trees. But VG will now go Roshan.
He dodged first. He dodged the Spirit Breaker stun. And
the duel is up on top. The damage output. It's going to be enough. Just in time to be a big winner. TP out. And the Orchid will pop the Legion Commander. Roshan is still going down. They're using Undying to tank up Roshan. Puck still on the sidelines for the 30 seconds. The Dire scan to ensure no one's coming up. Without the buyback from Puck, this ain't happened.
Okay, well now VG have the stronger team fight because Morphling's massive. They have stronger pickoff because Morphling's massive, and they have the better late game because Quap and Morphling are massive. So this,
I'm glad you varied it a little bit. It would have been a little bit redundant.
They can fight without the Morphling there. If Morphling's off split pushing, that might be your best opportunity to take a fight. But if VG stick together as 5, Newbee have very little opportunity to.
It looks like they're just trying to make themselves harder to kill. Like you're getting a heart build up for the PL. If you can complete both heart as well as butterfly, maybe VG Gaming don't have enough of an answer to Mugi, and we turn him into that late game crazy carry that Morphling can't even deal with if he can't find the real one.
Well, I think they have plenty of AoE to actually deal with it. Especially if Quap goes for Mjolnir later. I mean, the waveform attacks all targets is actually pretty significant for a Morphling this fat. You're going to be doing like 500 damage to all the illusions, and then you have to Blink Scream, and then you have Ion Shell, you have Vacuum, you have Sonic Wave, you have Spirit Breaker Charge. There's all these ways to deal with the illusions. Even if they have like 2,000, 3,000 HP, I don't really foresee them being that big of a problem to kill in the fights. So it's mostly just taking good fights when the Morphling isn't there to blow you up. That is going to be the Newbee's game plan for the next, I would say, at least until next road, probably for the next even 15-20 minutes.
That's going to require like Karka, Ogre, and SC to all work together. Yep. Get that initial jump, let Dagon pop do its work, let the Veil amplify up as much of the damage as they possibly can, and let Mugi just do his thing until the team fight begins.
They don't have good vision around the map, though. Everyone's scared of dying to the Quap, because if they push out solo, they're mostly all going to die to Quap, maybe not Puck, but with the Spirit Breaker having the Shadow Blade, which I think is a very awesome pickup for Fenrir, he actually can die if he's split pushing. So now they can eliminate anybody who's split pushing with this Shadow Blade pickup.
Here comes VG once more, looking to push down mid. Puck Illusionary Orb's going to slow down the push, but backdoor regeneration won't kick in thanks to that creep wave coming in range.
There is no way that they could take this fight at the T2. Maybe at the T3, but
yeah, they're not even trying.
He still has Aegis and BKB, man.
Oh, Paparazzi. Decent amount of damage to SCCC, and he's trapped. You'll set her up. One charge is available. Blink Dagger is not, however. Phase shift, wait the timeout, and they bring him down. A huge kill. Mugi's illusions come to the front line to try and stall it out. Now the top lane and the bottom lane is pushing in favor of Newbee. So this is their one advantage at this moment. So all they have to do is keep VG at bay. Push them away. Karka will Burrow Strike. The multicast is unbelievable on the Paparazzi. Got a lot of mana burn time. Charge, pushing them all back with the silence. The buyback in from SCCC. He got almost everybody inside that Dream Call. They're gonna get stunned up. Both Lanham as well as Young 11. And then 4 heroes alive for VG. On the run, Blink Burrow available for Karka. Where's the target? It's the dual target. They move forward onto Ori. Ori evaporates in a mana burn storm. Lanham and SCCC can just continue the battle a little bit further to the south. Yep, there we go. Taken care of, and further in with the epicenter. Bring him down. Bring him down. It still only counts as 4. Morphling will go down, and Newbee, they make a beeline for the mid lane.
What? They killed the Morphling through the Aegis easily at the start of the fight.
It was the instant stun. Like there was no reaction when Faith got that 3-time multicast.
Well, you can just morph.
It's just like boom, boom, boom.
He doesn't even morph until super late, and then he doesn't pop his BKB. You know, that's
then the overwhelming odds has like 4 heroes on it.
Yep. I mean, but he dies though at the very start, which is just really disastrous. They all have to back up after that.
And then he burns the BKB to escape and still dies. Now, Queen of Pain as well as Morphling. They buybacks available. Fenrir gonna charge himself forward with a Shadow Blade. Morphling does the buyback, so they get him to expend the money. They don't take a tier 3 tower, however.
I actually cannot believe what just happened. They were down a puck. They had Aegis and BKB on Morphling, and they lost like everything. That is insane.
How do you even escape? Like, it's like the puck was down, the fight started, and there was no reaction from VG Gaming. It was like Newbee getting caught out by the Winter's Curse in game 2. VG got a 5-man coil. Oh, Pip got a 5-man coil on VG.
Yeah, it was 5-man coil, 5-man overwhelming odds, and
then the 4-man silence.
There might have been Epicenter dumped in there too, which was crazy. But wow. That was almost inconceivable that they could hold it that well. I expect, you know, with a puck back, maybe they can get like 1 or 2 kills, but wiping the Morphling and the Queen of Pain, that is just some incredible coordination. And Vici, you know, they, as you mentioned, they made the same mistake that Newbee did last game, which is just clump together as 5 or 8 spells.
Yeah. Not a good thing, especially when SET's been on such fire this entire tournament.
The thing is, I can't really blame them, though. I can't really blame Newbee for that last game, too, because they were so far ahead. They were like 15, 20,000 ahead with Aegis and Cheese. They felt so confident being able to do that. And similarly with Vici, the puck is down, and you have the Aegis, and you have BKB. So are you really worried about losing that fight?
Smoke gank, KP! What? Get out of here! Get out of here! You're gone! Get wrecked!
That hesitation, though, from Vici. They saw him, and then they're like, who goes first? Who goes first?
How did he know to do that? Did he have vision?
He just finished the camp, I think.
That was it? It was literally unintentional awesomeness.
Sometimes it just happens like that. I also think that Vici hesitated. Like, if you see him, you're not exactly sure who's behind him. Like, you're I don't know. There's that moment of hesitation. I mean, who's actually going to jump them? They don't have like a blink stunner like the Sand King.
Oh, look at that disc. I love the fact that, okay, we're going to watch it again. Yeah. So KP,
he finishes
one more creep to kill, and it's like, bye, I'm gone. Oops.
They don't have a good initiator, though. That's actually, like, do you want to blink vacuum one hero? Probably not as 11. So that makes their initiation a blink scream because it is instant cast, which is honestly just sounds awful as an initiation, but I guess it's it definitely is the right play there.
You know, I'm just loving the fact that, like, this is, you know, before we saw that replay again. So the level 20 talent for Puck plus 40% illusion of distance as well as speed. Actually able to get this as opposed to, like, well, what I want, 420.
Okay.
Like, that was a trade-off before. Now it's so much better for these high maneuverable players to just get pickoffs. Lanham caught napping, instantly sucked. I don't know if you really want to complete that TP, Paparazzi. The Tombstone is down for the moment. Fenrir charges through, but ships him the knife. They don't want to pass each other. Young 11 cannot move in close. Faith is keeping him control from the back lines, and more support's coming in. The Dream Call is on Paparazzi, but the BKB will save him, and the E-Blade pop will allow him to get a revenge kill into Faith, but the BKB is wearing off pretty soon. Burris drawing forward. Kaka controls him. The duel is up. The man actually backing him up onto the high ground. At least it's something to turn around with the Sonic Wave, but no! 2 gone. AP will pop to the Sonic Wave. Illusionary Orb thinking about going back in, but Paparazzi, all he wanted to do was live. And VG, the rest of the team was able to allow that to happen. Saving grace of Young 11.
Nice try on flank. They did pop his Lincoln, I believe, with what, the Yules from the Sand King?
You've got like you've got enough Yules to do it, sure.
But they don't have the damage because he has a ton of agility and a ton of armor, 41 armor, and maybe, yeah, with a puck dagon they could, but there's also the pipe that you have to worry about. So he's surprisingly tanky. I think they thought that it was a good idea because his BKB was down, but it's still right outside their T3. Great vacuum coming out.
A lot of VG arriving, and then New items will start to arrive. Kaka, this time it's his turn to get caught napping. Revenge is a dish best served. Well, if you can actually serve it. Kaka, Bar strike down. Spirit Breaker's losing mana. The multicast stuns won't be there, but lands it forward at SDCC. Ripping and Dagoning almost at exactly the same time gives such a huge amount of pop damage as a level 4 Dagon with that Rift. And the death of SP is making Newbee think they can go into Roshan. Paparazzi does not have buyback. He spent all of his money on the Skadi. Rightly so when his buyback is still on cooldown for another 3 minutes. The Newbee are inside the pit. This time there's only 2. Well, technically there's a lot of Mugi, but there's only 2 in the pit. So I feel happy with this. Land Cog with the Dream Cog. Tombstone's down as quickly as he possibly can before he runs out of mana. Ori looking for his target, back into a 2-man wall. Caught out the SK as well as PL, so a couple of illusions. But with the overwhelming odds, Lanham continuously stunned up, just runs forward with this Undying Ultimate up. Now SEC will finally put him down. Has that burst damage, but it's trade-off after trade-off around the pit. Playing from both sides. The Tombstone will drop to the PL Illusions, and the fight is still on. Watch that puck. Watch the birdie. Illusionary Orb up a little bit further. And we're going in for Roshan. Buy from the Ogre to try and secure this. He'll give the bumps required. And VG Gaming.
There's no BKBs on VG's side, and they still have the Epicenter up on the side of
That's
Newbee.
where they link his Paparazzi. They're going to send him in. They're going to try and Eve somebody down. Face going to be the easier target, but yo, you can't decide. He couldn't see Faith, he lost the vision of it, and Mugi wasn't the best one. Duel is up, the back won't get interrupted much more. There's more Mugi's arriving with the Sonic Wave damage from Ori. It's high, it's good, but they haven't got yeah, they do get the kill over on KP. Wave out, starting to SECC, he'll phase shift up, the Blink Dagger. It's going to be a caught when he arrives, and he can't get out. Fenrir, the damage was there. The SP will find it, and VG Gaming, they want Roshan. Mugi, he's chasing the back lines, looking for Ori. He'll BKB up, still the rest. VG trying to complete up Roshan. They want this kill. Ori, they're going to find it. SK will fall, and Ori walks away. Fenrir creates the space for the blink. Aegis Immortal, in the meantime, was also snatched out by KP. So Dire side, they get the kill on Roshan, but KP has the Aegis Immortal and the cheese. He took the whole kit and caboodle for that buyback.
Wow. I think Morphling actually had the gem. Maybe I don't know what happened there inside the pit. I was watching the north side of the fight, but maybe some gem shenanigans over there. It's like, oh man, I don't really want to drop this. I can't
fairly certain we'll have a high-speed replay in just a second, but whoo!
Sometimes that happens when you have the gem. You try and put it in your backpack because you want to make room for the Aegis, and you're like, oh wait, I can't put that in my backpack. That might have happened to him this fight. Still, SEC dies. Very difficult to phase shift out of the Ion Shell. I think that's what's happened to him maybe 2 or 3 times in these past fights. I think that, as well as maybe a Spirit Breaker charge that's like passing through him as soon as the phase shift ends can stop him from doing that. But he has not had that get out of jail free phase shift blink combo that we've seen so many times from Puck.
Yeah, Fenrir really has been on the money so hard. Yeah. She also flagged the fact the cheese, as I think we just did with the Observer, is being given over to the PL. So Mugi's going to have that extra life as he has enough money for his full butterfly too. Now try and get a fight here, VG Gaming, with a 5-man smoke invasion to the Radiant jungle. But the rest of Newbee, they're headed north.
I think you just screwed dueling Morphling. Like, it's lost them 2 fights in a row.
It's like they're trying to control him so they can burn them out. That's it. Like, if you can just hold him and burn him.
That's not worth. You just duel and kill someone else.
What's the better target? You got to go on the Lincoln's Queen of Pain?
I mean, he has a lot of armor, so he'd actually be a kill target.
Either that or you just take the Undying.
Yeah, you can just take a quick, easy kill on Undying. It's probably worth. Darks here is going to be pretty tough. The thing about it is they have Crimson Guard and Pipe. So as soon as someone gets duel, you just pop both of them, and they might not even die, no matter, even if it's the weakest person on your team.
That's what happened to the Morphling when they fought him onto the tier 3 tower. Both Crimson Guard and Pipe were triggered, and then space created by back wall.
Yep. It's a problem. Morphling cannot be contained. I mean, maybe you could get a Scepter or something and then like just duel them and take out of the fight. Maybe you could do that.
Oh, let's have a look at this moment again. So this is the little battle on the northern side. But Ori just gets the blink away thanks to the Soul Rip life of Lanham, the sacrificial man who dies. And KP snatch.
Well played, well played, well played, well played.
Yeah. KP recent tournaments. He's stolen so many Aegises in recent tournaments.
Yes, he has.
Ever since TI, he's just been watching that pit like a hawk.
Okay, so now Phantom Lancer's getting pretty big. He has those two key items that you mentioned before.
Oh, charge. it's coming in an interesting angle. Obviously, he's able to trigger off the Shadow Blade and get a lot closer. SCCC, really good counter push when you've got that range on the Illusionary Orb. Makes it difficult for VG Gaming to get close without... Oh, Fenrir. No. He doesn't want to go deep. He's caught on the wrong side of the freeze. They bail him. Dust as well. They see him. Burrow strike from Kaka is going to miss. Multicuts as well. There's a soul rip to get Fenrir more life. Kaka hiding in the sandstorm. The tombstone won't help him as he jumps back in again for that pop damage. But Ori, BKBs from Paparazzi and Ori being burned. The Hex is there on the SK. SP's charging back into the fight. Switches the Tiger from the dead SK to the KP. Legion Commander. But the fight continues forward. More and more Moogie, and more Moogie, and more Moogie when Young 11 will take a copy of him as well. They're trying to get rid of the tombstone, able to do it inside the wall. Fenrir, nether drafting into face, pushing him back. So much hits. Moogie is still so huge, and so is SCCC in the back lines. He picked up Fenrir. Another overwhelming odds. KP wants to continue this fight, but so does VG. They'll bring him down. 92 seconds on the sideline. That's a buyback from too many heroes who are ending up falling. Keep the fight going, however. There is still more Moogie where he came from. Back through the wall of Young 11. He wants to jump out of this one. Hasn't used a surge yet. Yules have it up towards the air. He just has enough mana to do it, but Moogie keeps the Phantom Rush going. It comes back off cooldown. He'll have the movement speed. No, he actually burnt the Phantom Rush to start with. Now the Lancer's forward. All forward. SCCC, just such high maneuverability on these players. Now bring down 4 of VG. They repel them for the moment. The buyback cost was actually from the Spirit Breaker. None of it came out from Newbee. It was just a long death timer on the Legion Commander because she did it a long time before.
Yeah, that's some incredible damage coming out of the cores. It's very rare to see a puck do that much in a team fight. Just Dagon after Dagon after Dagon. So it
like,
took
how does he have the mana for all of this?
They didn't fall into the trap of committing all in for Fenrir, though. It could have been really bad if they got backing up into the high ground where the tombstone is, and none of them actually fall into that trap. So props to Newbee for that, and then Paparazzi goes in deep. This Hex, he tries to press attack it off, but, you know, can't be dispelled anymore. And
then the BKBs wear off. They're all stuck in the Dream Coil.
They actually focused KP early on, though. Maybe they kind of, you know, slipped in their mind that he still had the Aegis, but they go pretty hard on him at this point in time. And he is the squishiest target of the 3 cores, and Faith just kind of dies in the mass amounts of AoE. But then you have these 2 very, very large cores doing tons of damage, and not that great of damage on to deal with this PL. And he gets mana burn so quick, right? I can't actually believe that Quap dies because he runs out of mana and he loses the gem.
And that's going to continue.
That crit talent is so good. 30% crit. That's a talent. Crit does transfer to his illusions.
The 2 times attack, and he's going to amplify it more once he has the Bloodthorn attack. Comes out. That's a big kill. SCCC put down by a quick gank from VG Gaming underneath their own Observer and Sentry.
Yep. I mean, it's just something as simple as this Shadow Blade and the Spirit Breaker. You cannot dodge that at all if you don't have detection. And he doesn't have a Linken's either, so...
Not yet, but he's got 420 kicking in, so Octarine, he has the money for it.
Yeah, he thinks he needs to do more damage, which Octarine will give him a much larger mana pool, as well as... he doesn't really need the spell lifesteal so much. I think it's more for the cooldown reduction and the mana pool so that he can just keep dumping spell after spell after spell.
You imagine if he can actually pump off more spells in that last fight. Oh, the jump in! The duel is there! And this time they go on the target we're talking about. Pick off the Undying, and then Moogie moves forward. Fenrir! Woohoo! That's a lot of damage onto him. Young 11's trying to help him out. Both Pipe and Crimson Guard being popped. Fenrir is dying to Moogie. It's taking a little bit too long, however. And this allows Paparazzi to get into the backlines going on Kaka, but there's just so much. Moogie, the gems are on the deck. They're looking to pick it back up again. Moogie, he's still got this cheese available, so he wants to fight, and KP's got duel in 21 seconds. That's an interesting smoke from VG. Up on the hill, waiting for someone to run in, or they're looking to run out. Their tier 3 towers taking damage to the bottom. They burn fortification for this, because that's a decent lineup. Double catapult, some good range creeps. The tier 3 towers out of 400, 300, 200, 141. And catapult switch targets, 89. It's on.
This Queen of Pain Fear the Scream is actually going to be a problem for those illusions. At least he has the Phantom Rush talent, the level 20 talent from the Phantom Lancer.
So he can get him back in quickly.
Yep. That's pretty important for him. I mean, the Scream is such a low cooldown. And they have the Mjolnir, they're going for the Shiva's next, just to deal with all these illusions. We saw how quickly it almost killed the Spirit Breaker before that Crimson Guard came out.
Too early for Roshan. Gonna wait 25 more seconds and he'll be back into the world of living. But don't worry, Puck is like about a quarter of the way of the map away from Roshan, still able to scout with that illusionary orb without risking himself, and PL illusions. And orb again, killing off the Morphling illusion.
Can you hover over Puck's Q spell and tell me what it says? It's not illusionary, Toby.
Illusory.
It is not illusion.
Alright, his orb!
His orb.
His orb, alright?
I got triggered after
That's
about
it's like his
time.
ABBA. It's ABBA and orb. ABBA and orb.
There you go.
Here they come. There goes your orb in towards the pit. They are the Dream Coil! Catching 3. Instant Crimson Guards are up. They start spamming out the illusions to get rid of that man on the backline. But no! Fenrir! The trouble is out with the epicenter! Lagger and all on base shift dodges, already doppelganger dodges the Sonic Wave. Trouble in BG land. 3 heroes down. All they got in return was the SK. Huge plays right now from Newbee. They're after Young 11 and they got him. But maybe get more. Paparazzi, he's on the run with the waveform. 4 heroes down from VG.
That is...
Newbee can go for Roshan and just capitalize on the moment.
That has to be one of the most unluckiest Roche batches I have ever seen. Ever. Oh my goodness. Fenrir was about to and just get bashed. All 10 heroes are just staring at the stunned Spirit Breaker, and then the fight just erupts. Oh my goodness. It was also so far out of the pit. It was like around the rune area. That's how far Roshan was.
You know, we need to give a tribute to the unsung heroes of this grand final.
Are you kidding
It is the
me?
neutrals. It's first the Centaur and it's second Roshan.
That was unbelievable. What? Of all the times, oh, if it were in the pit, you know, that's something else. But that far outside the pit.
Time to get tilted. Tier 3 towers. Newbee. They bring down the mid. They can rotate top already with the jump in from SCCC, bringing Paparazzi down a little bit further. They trigger the Lincoln Sphere on him, and these Lancers, they're in the back lines. They're creating so many issues. You can't even move forward. They're back and get rid of him. Oh, you poor bastard. They're going to kill him off. The duel is up with the Blade Mail as well. PL is in the midst. They're going to bring down the board back. Darkseid. Everything is escalating quickly. Ari's trying to do what he can if he wants to control him, but SEC, he'll rejoin the fight. He's picking off the heroes all on the sides. There goes your supports. 3 heroes from VG down. Ori wants to do more. Paparazzi, the map's meant to be unkillable, is locked in with a dream call. A Burrow strike forward. Queen of Pain will fall. And with it, the hopes of VG Gaming. 4 heroes down for so long. This has to be good game. Newbee are pushing the tier 4 towers. They know this is so firmly in the bag that Newbee, they have to be winning it now. There's the GG call out. Newbee have done it. A clean sweep. 3-0 in the grand final against VG Gaming.
If there was any question whether or not SCC gets in the game, this series should dispel all doubt. How he brought them back from the treasures with that mid fight. And, you know, basic, one of the best lessons that you should take away from the series, don't clump up when pushing the T3. We have seen so many teams fall to that basic principle, and